So I take over for the research and innovation part. I built this presentation with my colleague Fabio, who is more on the EIP side. I am more working on the Horizon 2020. So I will start with EIP. So the EIP Agri is one of the 5 EIPs that has been developed within the Innovation Union flagship initiative. And the aim of the EIP Agri is to foster a competitive and sustainable agriculture and forestry sector. So using the interactive innovation model and linking actors through the EIP Agri network. Actually, the EIP Agri is a concept, and it's built around 2 main instruments. So the Rural Development Program, so the second pillar of the CAP, which has just been presented, and Horizon 2020. For the Rural Development Program, there is a possibility within the Rural Development Programs at member state level or regional level to set up operational groups involving farmers, but also researchers and all the stakeholders that are needed to resolve one specific issue, to come together with this project funding through the Rural Development Program, and this can also be linked with measures within the Rural Development Programs. So there are 3,200 operational groups that should be developed within this programming period. Till now, since it's a new instrument, we have no clear view about what will be going on at the member states and regional level. At the European level, we don't have a clear view on what's going on. 70 are starting now, but there is a lot of opportunities there to work also on agroforestry operational groups. For the other side of the EIP Agri, it's within the Horizon 2020. I will develop that part more at the later stage. But there, a lot of research projects are asked to have a multi-actor approach, so meaning involve all the stakeholders along the chain, and some topics are specifically developed for the EIP Agri concept. At the European level for the EIP Agri, there is a service point. The objective of the service point is to help to network at the EU level around different thematics. So through this, they have different instruments, focus groups, workshops, seminars that they can build on. And then you have all the EIP website with newsletter. You can share there your information, conferences. So please get registered there. It's really the tool that we use to network at the EU level around different thematics for the EIP Agri. Focus group, we just mentioned it. It was mentioned also by Maria. So what is a focus group? A focus group is at EU level. We gather there 20 experts around a specific topic. It has to be focused. And this is for a short duration. The aim of the focus group is to take stock of what is the state of the art around the thematic that is proposed on practice and research, and to identify also new needs from practice for further research. Concretely, there have been already a lot that has been implemented. One that is closely linked with agroforestry was actually on EFAs, but let's say more specifically on how landscape features can help to improve the productivity of arable crops. So this focus group has been finished. There is a final report available. You see that there are a lot of other ones that can be linked with agroforestry, but just it has been mentioned by Maria already. There is one that will be launched soon. It will be launched in June. So again, subscribe to the EIP Agri website, so you will get informed and you can apply there for the new agroforestry focus group that will be launched. It will be a difficult task, as I said. It's 20 experts at EU level, and we try to have from farmers to researchers, so the selection will be tough. But it will be open in June. As I said also, it's a focus group. Agroforestry is not that focused. It's a very complex topic, so we will try and we are working actually on the draft call for this focus group and to see how to focus a little bit more than just put their agroforestry as a whole, because there are a lot of different entrances on that topic. So I jump now to Horizon 2020, and I will focus more on the societal challenge too. But actually, Horizon 2020, it's the research framework at a European level. It's based on 3 pillars. One more based on the industrial leadership, with the SME instruments, which could be of interest of some of the work done on agroforestry. One on excellent science with Marie Curie to finance more researchers. I think it's worth to mention the infrastructure, the research infrastructure, because I think that As it has been mentioned, agroforestry needs long-term perspective, so agri-research research infrastructure is really important, and there is one research infrastructure on ecosystem services linked to agroecological systems, but also forest ecosystems, and this infrastructure is really important, I think, to be able to understand better the complexity of agroforestry systems. So I will focus on the societal challenges. There are 7, and I will focus on the second one, which is on food security, sustainable agriculture, maritime research, and the bioeconomy. Actually, what is new with Horizon 2020 is that this societal challenge is co-managed between DG Agri and DG Research. We are more in DG Agri focused on the first point, so the primary sector. We also intervene on agri-food and bio-based industry, and then the 2.3 and 2.5 within the societal challenge are dealing with the blue growth, so the marine and aquatic part, and this is more led by RTD. So, co-managed by DG Agri and DG Research. The first part on the primary sector, you see that agroforestry, this is what is settled in the specific program, the challenges that we have to cover for the 7 year of the programmation. You see that the 4 of them are close, can be linked to agroforestry, and there are a lot of opportunities for agroforestry in there. What is new compared to FP7 is that Horizon 2020 is more a challenge-based approach, so it's less prescriptive. So till now there have not been agroforestry topics, but a lot of topics could integrate agroforestry issues. I already mentioned that we are closer to user activity. It's also linked with the EIP Agri. Just to be more concrete, for the work program 16-17, the Societal Challenge 2 has been developed on the 4 calls. SFS, Sustainable Food Security, Blue Growth, Rural Renaissance, and Bio-Based Economy. And actually for beyond Blue Growth, the other ones could be really of interest for the agroforestry community. Just the calls of 16 are settled now, they are closed, the evaluation is under progress. There were some topics on crop diversification, integrating perennial crops, so there were some opportunities there, but I will not mention them because they are closed, so more for 17. There are still some topics that will close in February next year, so you have still time to think about them. Quickly go through, in the SFS call, there was one topic on functional biodiversity, so for how, for instance, landscape features can help to improve productivity in arable land. One on closing loops, it has been mentioned a lot about carbon sequestration, so that topic is dealing with carbon, nitrogen, but also phosphorus cycle. One on diseases, so clearly all. In the Rural Renaissance call in green in the center, it's more cross-cutting issues, but agroforestry is also responding to that. It has been mentioned at the beginning that agroforestry responds to the multifunctionality on land use. So the 2 first topics are more on policy sides, how to improve land management. And the last one is on building future science and education system fit to deliver to practice. And there I think there is also a lot to do for agroforestry. Then the BB call is more on forestry part, so it's on tree breeding for forest production, maybe links to be built. And then I mentioned in the Rural Renaissance call also some topics which are actually coordinating support actions. So the first one is open each year. It's on thematic networks, compiling knowledge ready for practice. So it's 5, it's open. You can apply there for different topics, for different purposes. And it's really to compile what is existing on agroforestry and what could be developed further for the field and the farmers. And then there is one, RUR 12, sorry for the short names, but that's how they are called. It's about networking European farms to boost thematic knowledge exchanges and close the innovation gap. So as I said, they are less prescriptive, but agroforestry can play a role in many of them. What will come next? We are starting to prepare the work program 18-20. And we developed actually a strategic approach to EU agricultural research. I will give you the link afterwards. We are developing this on 5 blocks. The center is, let's say, the sustainable primary production based on resource management, integrated ecological approaches, and healthy plants and livestock. So this is the core. Around this, the idea is to go for new openings for rural growth and enlarge even higher, enhancing human and social capital. So on that we want to build the next work programs, taking into account all these cross-cutting issues. So I will invite you to read our draft paper. It's going to be finalized soon, but clearly you will see that on all the issues we are raising, agroforestry can clearly play a major role. To conclude, I used two pictures of a drawing competition we had in 2013. I will take over the little phrase said by Christian in Poland, let's plant the tree because it offers a lot of adventures. I think clearly with the CAP, as it has been mentioned, with the rural development part, and also with the operational groups, there are the tools there to do a lot of things. It's up to the member states and the regional level also to develop them. But we have already tools to implement agroforestry and to move on the policy side, but also on the innovation side. The other picture is from Spain, from Daniel in Spain. It shows more the complexity. I think agroforestry is clearly a complex system that has to be tackled. And there, Horizon 2020 will help us to understand and to manage complexity without simplifying too much systems. So I think agroforestry clearly has also a game to play there. So this was the conclusion. As it has been said by Emmanuel, we will be 4 here from the Commission dealing with the different topics on the greening, the rural development, the EIP, Horizon 2020. We'll be there till Wednesday. So do not hesitate to come to us. And here you will find some links to DG Agri, the CAP, to the EIP, to the Horizon 2020 calls, and to the strategy. So that's it. Thanks. Thank you very much.